Good morning, everyone. Welcome to online class of St. Joseph's Academy, Mariam Nagar, Ghaziabad. Children, this video is meant for class 3rd. I am your maths teacher, Mrs. Vijay Lakshmi Naudiyal, and today we are going to do the topic fractions, revision of fractions, chapter 10. So let's start it. Pick the correct fraction. Now, children, here you have to find out which one is the correct fraction written. Figure is given to you, you have to find out the correct fraction. Now in the first one, total number of parts, that is 4, and the colored part is 1. So what fraction will be formed? 1/4. Why? Because the colored part will be written on numerator and total parts are written on the denominator. So the fraction will be formed 1/4 or 1/4. Now in the second one, two parts are there. Total parts are 2 and one part is colored, that is green color. So the fraction will be formed half or 1/2. Now in the third figure, total parts are 3 and two parts are colored in yellow color. So the yellow colored part you will write on the numerator 2 and the total parts you will write on the denominator, that is 3. So the fraction will be formed 2/3 or 2/3. Now in the fourth part, total parts are 4 and 3 parts are colored. The colored part you will write on the numerator, that is 3, and total parts you will write on the denominator 4. So what fraction is formed? 3/4 or 3/4. Now in the fifth one, again 2 parts are colored and total parts are 3. So the fraction formed here is also 2/3 or 2/3. Now in this exercise you have to tell what fraction is shaded. Now see the first figure, children. Here total number of parts colored are 5 and total number of parts are 8. So the colored part you have to write on the numerator and total parts you have to write on the denominator. So what fraction will be formed? That is 5/8. And you can see whether it can be divisible or not. They don't come in the same table, in any of this table. So you cannot reduce it. So the fraction here is 5/8. Now in the second figure, children, you can see total number of parts are 6, which you will write in denominator, and the colored part are 3. So that you will write in the on the numerator. So that is 3/6. But 3 and 6 comes in the table of 3. So you can reduce it by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 3. So you will get half, because 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. The fraction formed here is half. Now see the next one, children. Here the colored part is 1 and total parts are 6. So the fraction formed here will be 1/6 and you cannot reduce it into the lowest term. So it will remain as it is. Now next part, children. Here in the total parts, colored parts are 2 and total parts are 5. So the fraction formed here will be 2/5. Now children, you have to reduce the fractions to its lowest terms. Now to reduce the fraction to its lowest term, the first method we can apply, that to find a number that can divide the top and bottom, and then divide the top and bottom by that number, and you have to repeat this step until there is no number greater than 1 that can divide the top and bottom. And the other way is to find the greatest common factor and then divide top and bottom by that greatest common factor. Okay, now let us see this. Now 8/10. Now 8/10, you just find out which number it can be divided, both of them, numerator and denominator. That is 2. So you divide it, you will get 4/5. That means when you will divide 8/10 by 2, you will get 4/5. Now 4/5 or 4/5 cannot be further divided except 1. So this is the lowest term of 8/10 fraction. Now 6/3. Now both of them comes in the table of 3. They are easily divisible. Now the fraction formed here will be 2/1. and the reduce when we reduce to its lowest term, that is 2 only. Next is 4 upon 8. Now 4 upon 8, when you divide it by 4, you will get half. Then 5 upon 15. Now 5 upon 15, when you divide with 5, both the numerator and the denominator, you will get 1/3 as a lowest term. Now children, to compare the fraction, that which one is greater or lesser than another fraction, what you will do? The first method is if the two fractions simplify to fraction with a common denominator. That means if the fractions are that are like fractions, that means they are having the same denominator, you can then compare their numerators. If the denominators are different, that means if they are unlike fractions, you can find a common denominator first and then compare the numerators. And the second method, which is the easiest one, is using cross multiplication. In cross multiplication, what you will do? The numerator of the first fraction will get multiplied with the denominator of the second fraction. Now see here, in the 1 upon 8. Now here the numerator is 1 on the first fraction. That will be get multiplied with the denominator of the second fraction, that is 5. So 5 into 1. What is the answer? 5. 5 ones are 5. Now the denominator of the first fraction, that is 8, will get multiplied with the numerator of the second fraction, that is 8 into 1. So 8 into 1 is 8. Now you can compare which is greater, 5 or 8. 8 is greater. So that means 1/5 is greater than 1/8. Similarly, here also in the second question, both the denominators are different. So they are called unlike fractions. Now the numerator of the first one, that is 1, will get multiplied with 4, or you can say 4 ones are 4. Then the denominator of the first fraction will get multiplied with the numerator of the second fraction, that is 3 into 1, that is 3. Now compare, 4 is greater or 3 is greater? Yes, 4. So means 1/3 is greater than 1/4. Now in the third question, the denominators are having the same number. That means they are like fraction. Here you can directly compare the numerators. Now which is greater? 2. So 2/3 is greater than 1/3. And by using cross multiplication also you can find out. In that case also you can easily say which one is greater. 2 3s are 6 and 3 1s are 3. You can see here. So again 2/3 is bigger than 1/3. Now 2 8 and 2/5. Here one is having denominator 8, the other is having 5. Now which is greater? So you will do cross multiplication. So multiply the numerator of the first one with the denominator of the second one. 2 into 5, that is 10. 2 5s are 10. Now the denominator of the first one will get multiplied with the numerator of the second fraction. So 8 2s are 16. So which is greater, 10 or 16? 16. That means 2/5 is greater than 2/8. Now see this question. If 1/3 of 18 tennis balls were lost, how many tennis balls were lost? Now 1/3 of 18 tennis balls, that means number of tennis balls you are having 18 and 1/3 of them are lost. So you have to tell in numbers how many numbers of tennis balls were lost. And the fraction is given, that is 1/3 of balls were lost. So let us do this. So first mention the number of tennis balls, that is 18. Then lost balls in fraction, that is 1/3. Now solve this number of lost balls, that is 1/3 of 18. Now 18 ones are 18 and you have to divide it by 3 as it is written in fraction. Now 18 comes in the table of 3 at 6 times. So 3 6 are 18. So number of balls, tennis balls were lost were 6. Now see another word problem, children. If 2/5 of the sailboats drowned, how many sailboats were saved? Now children, here 15 sailboats are there. Total number of sailboats are 15. Out of that 2/5 drowned. Drowned means Dubna. And then you have to find out how many sailboats were saved. Number of sailboats that were saved, that you have to find out in number. And first what you will do, you will write the total number of sailboats, that are 15. and then the number of boards drowned in fraction, that is 2 by 5. Now you have to find out in numbers how many drowned. So number of boards drowned, that is 2/5 of 15. Now multiply 2 with 50 and then divide by 5. So 2 15s are 30, 30 upon 5. The fraction will be formed 30 upon 5. Now when you will see 30 comes in the table of 5 at 6 times. So your answer will be 6. That means 6 boards drowned. Or the other way is you just try to reduce to its lowest term. See 5 and 15, both of them can be divisible, as 15 comes in the table of 5 3 times. So you can do here also, write that, and then you will write 2 into 3. So 2 3s are 6. So again you will get the answer same only, 6. So 6 boats were drowned. Now you have to tell how many boats were saved. So total boats were 15, then drowned boats you have to reduce it, that means subtract it from it. So 15 minus 6 is 9. So 9 boats were saved. I hope children you have understood all the answers, how to write it and how to do it. Now for tomorrow there is a homework for you, that is revise chapter 11 and 13. Chapter 11 is lines and shape and chapter 13 is patterns. So have a nice day and do all the practice with it. Thank you.